today. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And he returns this to the 22. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now gone. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. To throw is gone. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And when I was reviewing the stats from last week's game, I actually had to put them down and come back to them later because what I read at first, I thought it was a typo or a misprint. One thing to hold someone under 100 yards in the game, that's incredible. Under 50? Absolutely exceptional.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Again, it's Elliott. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. Here's Goff. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
That's taken on the 25. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, Usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places, and the difference is 5 yards or 15, and in this case, that's a big play.
Goff on first down.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 18 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Throwing on third. Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
York able to send this one through.
And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back. That wipes away a big return on the opening kickoff.
And that's the way you're supposed to start a game. What a momentum grabber. Instead, some of that gets wiped away on that one.
When the holding penalty sets him back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. But Charles, you know, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you've got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
The Ravens at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, you know, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run. Here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. He's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. 2 seconds to go, first quarter. On first down, gone. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Goff.
He'll get this to Elliott. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Steps away.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head. After he threw that pass, what did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he'll take it up to the 28-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Russell. They'll roll him out right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Now this throw caught left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
43 yards on the ground for him so far.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there.
With his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have moved out in front. And Jonathan Garibay out for the PAT.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And now the Browns coming out on the field.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
On 2nd and 10. Goff.
Open man is Osborne. He's got him.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now it's Goff.
Open man is Duvernay. He's going to have the first down and more than that.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Goff throwing again. They'll set up the screen to Elliott.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
York able to send this one through.
And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
That'll be caught. Wallace hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As the second half upon. Sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. They'll try and run for it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Russell being chased out left. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. On 4th down, Russell. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
He'll get that complete to Alberto. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
93 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Operating from the gun, Russell firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
A give up the middle to Carter.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Browns drive about to get started. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. The tackle by Nakobe Dean. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd down is gone. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he will have the 1st down as he's up to his 17-yard line.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, here's Goff. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Gone. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Browns getting set to go. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
On 1st and 10, Russell. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Looking to throw. Russell.
Once again, Ruckert.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Off the bootleg. Russell sliding out of the pocket. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious... wave of momentum from what we've seen, and so far they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
An extra point up and good by Garibay,
and the lead is up to 15 now.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play.
How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Goff now looks to throw.
That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. The extra point up and good by Garibay.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he will make it to the... yard line and no further.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Goff's throw complete here to Ayuk.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Goff. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To the air again, Goff.
He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Back to throw, Goff. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 4th down, Goff.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. A handoff left, Elliott, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And that one is incomplete, and it stops the clock at 12 seconds left in the half.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Baltimore, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will